Hello friends, welcome or welcome back to Francesca's Books. My name is Francesca, these are my books, and here we talk about all things thriller books. And since I very casually just dropped in that I'm now full-time content creating, I thought you guys might be interested to see exactly what I get up to in a week and why it was super necessary for me to go full-time content creating, with this amazing opportunity, of course. So much bookish fun happens in my day-to-day and week-to-week, so I thought I would just bring you along with me for the ride. So expect loads of book reviews, loads of book shopping, of course, loads of writing out reviews, filming content, and also meeting up with bookish friends. And I also have a very exciting project that I'm working on next week with the BBC, so I'm going to bring you along with me for that as well. Oh, and a little weekend away. I told you, it's so much. So I thought we'd start off strong with giving you a couple of book reviews of books I finished yesterday. So I just finished Orbital by Samantha Harvey, which won the Booker Prize in 2024, and she was the only English author actually nominated for the prize as well, which is very interesting. So it's this tiny book, okay? It's only 140 pages, so I thought, oh, I'll just buy it and give it a really quick read. No. The writing in this is so dense that you feel like one page is like a chapter. But I don't even mean that in a bad way. The writing was absolutely poetic, beautiful, loved it. However, there was kind of no plot at the same time. I'll give you my full thoughts in my February reading wrap up at the end of this month, but for now, I would probably say I'm straight down the middle on this one. And then I also just finished The Last One at the Wedding by Jason McCurlack, who is one of my favourite authors. I absolutely loved Hidden Pictures, was super excited to get my hands on a copy of this. I did read it on Kindle because it was 99p in February. This author's writing is absolutely amazing. It is so easy to read. The actual prose is really beginner friendly but intricate at the same time. There's always a great number of characters in his books to keep up with. It's not too much, it's just right. I feel like this was more of a suspense than a thriller. The thrill was just not thrilling enough for me. There was some twists, don't get me wrong, and they were quite good twists, but they weren't really gritty or shocking. They were just kind of rich people drama twists, if that makes sense. So I did like it, I just didn't love it. So I gave it a 3.5, fairly average rating. It was good, just not amazing. And then the book that I'm reading at the moment is The Last Party by A.R. Tour. I started this last night on my Kindle as well. This one's actually on Kindle Unlimited, which I was very happy to find out about. I do get questions about Kindle Unlimited, so I might make another video on that. If you guys are interested, let me know. I get so many questions is it worth it? What are the best books on Kindle Unlimited, etc. And I've done a few videos in the past, but maybe if you'd like an updated one, let me know. So we started last night, and so far there's this woman that's just absolutely obsessed with this serial unaliver, and she's I would literally just unalive my whole family to be with him. But this does have a 4.09 rating on Goodreads, so I'm thinking it must be good. And I'm also reading Expiration Dates as a bit of a palate cleanser. This is a rom-com, but it's really different to other rom-coms that I've read. So it follows this woman who, with every single person she's dated or is about to date, she gets this piece of paper with their name on and the length of time that they'll be dating or seeing each other or in a relationship, which I just think is really cool. Obviously it's not real, it's magical realism / romance. So then one day she gets a piece of paper with this guy's name on and no date. So she's what does this mean? I'm 60% of the way through and I'm really enjoying it. I think it's just different. It's just a different spin on a palate cleanser for me. So today is Thursday. I'm heading over on the train to my boyfriend's house and I'm gonna go book shopping tomorrow, show you guys around the local bookshops in a different area, which is very exciting. And then on the weekend, we are heading to Brighton to see Izzy, one of my gorgeous bookish friends. You may know Izzy, she is at the Reading Room. I'll pop her details here, and probably go book shopping again. Then early next week I'm heading down to London to film with the BBC for a new bookish project, which is very exciting, and then I'm heading to Rome at the end of next week. So she is working hard, playing hard right now. You best believe that this full-time creating is just fantastic. So without further ado, just been for such a nice dog walk, and now I'm going to read more of The Last Party. This woman is absolutely crazy. Insane. So I'm going to head and do some work first before I look at the books, then that way I think I'm going to get more done. I couldn't sleep for a while this morning, so I kept reading The Last Party, and the main woman in this is absolutely crazy. I think she's one of the craziest FMCs that I've actually ever read about. So it was presented like she's obsessed with this serial killer, which she is, but he's so much more than that. The final boss of thriller sections in Waterstones. This is all thrillers. And Mary Kubica in the flesh. not when you have to order. Oh my gosh, this was a 5-star read, by the way, guys. If you haven't heard me talking about it, definitely pick this up. I really want to read more Louise Candlish. I've actually never picked up a Louise Candlish, but I've heard nothing but good things. Anyone read them? Let me know. What do we think to the new cover of First Light Wins? I'll put the old one on screen so we can compare. I always feel like I get so much done when I'm working in Waterstones. I don't know if it's just like the vibe. But anyway, that was probably the biggest crime and thriller section I've ever seen in any Waterstones ever. All of that what I showed you, like all 5, 6, 7, like bays of books, all thrillers. So I'm back home. I managed to get so much editing done today. Like I was absolutely on a roll, probably all the coffee that I had, and also like caught up on all like my Goodreads reviews and everything. So it was brilliant. So these are the books I picked up today. I grabbed one of the Good Guys from Waterstones, as you guys saw, and I'm trying to like diversify the thrillers that I'm picking up at the moment. And this seemed like a really good way to do that. It's had some really good reviews. I think it's a bit more of a literary thriller than like a psychological thriller, but that's exactly what I'm trying to get at. And then from the works, I picked up The Defense by Steve Kavanaugh, which is the first book in his Eddie Flynn series. I've been looking for this for ages. They seem to have had like every other book barring the first one, which kind of makes sense because I guess everybody's grabbing this at the moment, but it was only £2.50, so of course I picked it up, and if I like the series I'll pick up the rest of them as well. In the past I've been that person that picks up like all the books in the series before I even start the first one, but I feel like if I only have the one I'll actually read it and then it's like a reward to go and buy the rest, so that is my new tactic. And then in the second cafe that I went to, it was called Fox Cafe. It was so cute, like they had homemade cakes and everything. Couldn't really vlog in there because it was quite quiet. However, I went to go and read like a couple of chapters of Expiration Dates, picked it up, and I read this much, literally half the book, and I finished it. It was really, really good. So this book just had like a massive theme of like choosing your own fate versus having the cards that you're dealt, and I really, really like that because I feel like this is like a societal debate as well as one that she's kind of fictionalized, but of course in like a light-hearted way. Like it is a rom-com. It was very much rom-com vibes, but I just really like the messaging behind it, and I feel like because of that I did kind of see where this was going, and I've explained the premise to you guys, so maybe you could think about it too before like you've even read it. But I do highly recommend this. It's no Abby Jimenez. It wasn't a 5-star. I'd probably give it a 4-star. Really enjoyed it. Really easy to read, but like not my new favorite romance. And then had some gorgeous pasta for dinner. Pasta is literally my favorite food in the world. I was so lucky to have a nice dinner made for me tonight. And then now I'm going to read some more of The Last Party. I did get a little bit more of this read as well today, and this female main character, I know I've said this in previous clips, but like she's absolutely batshit crazy. Like, no, she's beyond crazy. I don't even know what you describe her. Mentally ill. Yeah, mentally ill. And then I'm just gonna get ready because tomorrow morning we're heading down to Brighton very, very early to see my gorgeous friend Izzy and have a lovely little bookish day. So I've not managed to get that much more of my book read apart from like a few pages on the beach, a few pages before bed last night, but it is really, really good. So I'm like dying to get to it. Daphne, say hi. Hey girly. Oh. But But I did have the most wonderful time yesterday seeing Izzy. She took me around some of the best bookshops in Brighton, which was wonderful to see, and then went for some very nice food in the Hove area. So I've not actually been to this part of England before, so I've very much enjoyed exploring it. So on the way back, we're going to stop at like a national park, which I am told has a cafe and a bookshop, so golden. Also, all this sea air has just done absolutely nothing for my hair. Like, I feel like I'm not sure I could live somewhere like this permanently. My hair would just always be like everywhere. Like, I literally step outside and it's like pff, with the wind. Although that is literally the only negative, so maybe it can be forgiven. That National Trust didn't accept dogs, so we've had to just go get coffee. Hey guys, so I'm finally home and I'm just posting on Instagram and on TikTok some book reviews that I'd already filmed earlier last week, and then I'm making some pasta for dinner, and then you best believe I'm going straight to bed. Hey friends, so it is Monday morning. I have loads of stuff to catch up on today. I actually almost finished the last party last night, but I was so tired. I literally just couldn't stay up any longer. But there has been another twist, maybe like 70% of the way in, which I was a bit like, yeah, I did not see that one coming. Didn't see it coming at all. Really enjoying this book actually. But back to the focus. I am going to go to a coffee shop this morning. I really need to get some stuff done because I'm heading back down to London at 2:30. I feel like you guys would be surprised like how much of being a creator is like answering emails and doing admin. Maybe it's just me, maybe I just like doing that side of it as well, I don't know, but I do spend quite a lot of time doing that. Fresh nails are done and I'm just heading out now to get the train down to London. I will update you on everything London related, why I'm going down, my current reads when we get there, because I'm running late and I don't think I've ever been running early a single day of my adult life, so I really have to go. So I've got to the hotel, I'm all checked in, and I've ordered myself some Uber Eats for dinner because I am absolutely starving. I am then going to update you on the project for tomorrow, which is unbelievably exciting, probably my biggest project to date. And then I also finished the last party on the train over, on the second train, and oh my god, it was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. So full review to come as soon as I've eaten. So I have eaten, but this is a bit of a side note. I've just realised that the fourth book in the Dream Harbour series is coming out soon, so prepare for that to be hyped again. So I've just done a little video. I've just spotted on Goodreads that it's nearly time for book 4 in the Dream Harbour series. This book comes out on March 13th. Did I like the first 3 books in this series? Did I rate any of them more than a 4-star? Will I be reading this book? Absolutely, because I would die on a hill for Annie and Mac, even though that's going to be book number 5. That kind of sums up my feelings towards the new Dream Harbour series book. I don't think they're brilliant, but I also kind of want to read it. Well, catch-22. Okay, so for The Last Party by A.R. Torre, I'm going with a 4.5. I was debating a 5-star. It is that good. However, did it give me that 5-star feeling when I finished? I just don't know. I think I'm going with my gut. I'm going with a 4.5. It was absolutely brilliant. This book has a disgustingly evil female main character. Like, she is next level. I think she's one of the worst female main characters I've actually ever read. Like, just awful. Truly evil. I also love that this had some really great twists throughout. I've read one of A.R. Torre's other books, which was called The Good Lie, I believe. And I remember I really liked it, but like there wasn't enough twists and it felt kind of like suspense, and it just, in my opinion, wasn't as amazing as people say. I still really liked it, but it just wasn't great. So I didn't really have that high expectations for Last Party, but this one really delivered on its twists as well. I also really liked as well, so some of the chapters had these like chapter intros. So like people in the neighbourhood or people that knew the family like gave their opinion on the situation, or like the part that they knew about the family and the incident, like after the event, as if they're like reflecting back on it. So it kind of gave you like really small snippets as you were going through the book as well. That's very enjoyable. Great little extra. So my takeaways, definitely read this one. Definitely add this to your TBR. It's probably my favourite book I've read so far in 2025. I've only read like 11 or 12 books, but still, really liked it. And then, so tomorrow's project. I am going to get a very early night. I have a very early call in the morning. So I'm filming tomorrow with the BBC. How exciting. I told you it's one of my most exciting projects. So I'm filming a mini series with a team to sit on their social channel. So mainly their TikTok. I don't know if they're going to use the content across like broadcast TV as well. That's a TBC. So I'm going to be almost like hosting the series like presenter style. So I'm going to be interviewing like the bookshop owners, some of the regulars in the bookshop and some local authors as well, which is extremely exciting, and then giving my take on the bookshops as well. So this is the first time that I've been like the talent for an opportunity like this, so I'm very, very excited to see how it goes. So tomorrow I'm going to try and film and get some footage, but I feel like that might be difficult because I can't film myself being filmed. So I will give it my best shot, but that is the exciting project I'm in London for, and I really, really hope there's going to be like more like this in the future, because this is just what I absolutely love doing. Like I was thinking, like, am I nervous to go and like almost present, like host? And I was like, no, this is my jam. Like I love books so much, I could just genuinely sit and talk for days. Like I'm gonna have to not talk over the other people that I'm interviewing. It's gonna be hard. So I'll see you bright and early. So I'm back from London. I had the most intense but wonderful day yesterday. So the BBC Bookworm Project was talking to different like local bookshop owners from independent books, one in South London, one near King's Cross. And I really had the best time. This is the first like presenting, hosting situation that I've done instead of being the one behind the camera as well as the one filming. That is just social media life for you. I'll pop a link in the description for when this series starts to actually be published on the BBC channel, so you guys can go and check it out as well and see exactly what it came out like. Aside from like the presenting and hosting experience, which I very, very much enjoyed, I was a little bit apprehensive, but I really leaned into it and loved it. I also got so many good book recommendations of like local authors, people that were frequent customers of the shops and everything, like books that were like outside of my typical genre that I just really enjoyed hearing about. Of course, like interviewing people about these, you're gonna learn about different genres. I'm just here recommending all my thriller books through and through, but there are so many like incredible pieces of fiction that you're never gonna get to. Like you can't read everything, and it's frustrating really. So in amongst all the busyness of the last few days, I did finish The Last Party by A.R. Torre and absolutely loved it. Gave it 4.5. And then the next book that I'm going to pick up, due to extremely popular demand of you guys being like, this should be your next book, this should be your next book, over and over for like the last 3 months, I'm going to pick up Look Closer by David Ellis. I read literally just the first chapter last night before I fell asleep. So don't really have any major updates on this one, but due to how many people have been recommending it, I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic book. However, since we are coming to the end of the vlog, you will have to check out some of my next videos to see if I enjoy it or not, because I don't even know yet. But I am going to do a separate video of me reading this one, so definitely stay tuned. So that has been a week in my life as a full-time booktalker, booktuber, bookstagrammer, bookfluencer. That's my job. So this week I read 2.5 books, which I don't think is bad going considering like how busy I've been as well. I filmed the BBC campaign for their BBC Bookworm channel, which was incredible. I had the most lovely weekend in Brighton, saw some bookish friends, went book shopping twice, filmed a load of videos, answered about 1,000 emails, and probably drunk somewhere in the same region cups of coffee as well. Hope you love this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.